And we're off.
What up out there, world? This is People's 330. That's People's with a Z, 330, one word. And I am with
mz.pursley. You already know that's mz.pursley.
And if you're hearing us, that could only mean two things. It's a really long interlude to a song, or this might be going nowhere, the podcast. We're back. Episode motherfucking 10.
Episode 10.
It is called Cap or No Cap.
Cap or No Cap.
So,
Uno y cero.
A lot to get into, a lot to discuss. I'm super excited. We're back. So, Purs, let everyone know, how has your week been? You know, how's it been going for you lately?
It's been a week.
It has been a week.
It's been a week, and
it has been a week.
It's not over.
I mean, your week can't be going as bad as Tekashi 6ix9ine's week.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Week is definitely, I am not.
It's all about perspective. It's all about perspective.
He put himself in that situation, but we're gonna move on.
And it can't also
nonetheless
be as bad as 21 Savage's.
I am definitely not in his situation. Nor is Jay-Z willing to loan me an attorney. Let's
shout out to 21 Savage. We're gonna start there at the top of the episode. For those out there who might not have known, I don't know where you might have been, but 21 Savage was arrested a few weeks back. And it was seen that there was a gun in the car. That wasn't why he was stopped, though. Come to find out, when he was arrested, it was by ICE immigration. So everyone got to, everyone assumed that he was born and raised in Zone 6 of Atlanta. And come to find out, he's actually from an island. Yeah, an island that belongs to the UK. His father is from the UK, has an accent. His mother is also from the island and has an accent as well. So people are kind of saying, why he had been locked up, like, yo, so where in the fuck is this nigga's accent at? Like, this is my thing. If you are somewhere, and for one, let me start out by...
Is that racist?
Let me start out by saying... That's racist! Welcome back home, 21 Savage. He has been released. Still facing deportation, but I never want to see us locked up. It's not just an African American, it's a Pan-African thing, and I just don't rock with that, period. And he's done a lot for the culture. So, I'm glad that you are home, 21. But here's my thing now. I gotta keep it real with you, 21. If you came here around 12, which is crazy, you just invert your numbers. But if you came here around 12, you should very much still have an accent. And I think because at 12 and 13, that was just the years. I'm saying from 13, 14, 15, and this is if he came here at 12. Some reports have him coming here at 15.
He's acquired an urban accent?
I don't know. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that yet. I'm on my PC shit. I don't know. Because he hasn't really spoke out and did an interview yet.
I don't really listen to his music. So let's start there.
Yeah. And I don't have any.
Regardless of not listening to his music, I still thought the whole situation was fucked up.
It was.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
it was.
It doesn't take me to listen to your music to think that the situation you're in is fucked up. I don't listen. Anyway. Yeah. So, it's screwy. ICE, come on.
Yeah, and then just more on that, he had been waiting in a process for immigration status for 4 years.
It can take anywhere from from weeks to months, which I think that's an under-exaggeration.
And sometimes they actually say it's from months to years.
Really.
And his paperwork to become a legal citizen over here has been in process for over 4 years.
Yeah.
So that just lets you know. And,
how long the process is.
And this is something I was telling somebody earlier today. It goes to show you that this was Jay-Z and other hip-hop prominent artists and, businesses came together and they made sure he had, I think his name is Alex Shapiro or something, but a really good attorney. Here's my thing. if 21 would have been a regular nigga,
Regular smackalope. If he would have been.
we would have never heard of him. It's a bunch of other, and that's what I like that he did say. You know, he'll never forget the people that he met in there, the families that he met in there, and their stories going forward. I think he is too, and I think that may add an extra layer to his story.
Yeah, I might actually. I'm gonna check out his music regardless. I haven't checked it out.
But
I've heard some of the stuff he's been on.
12 to 15 years old guy, you're gonna have to explain that accent, my guy.
I just want to know.
That we gotta know how did you scrapes with the strippers on the seas for. I ain't in no bitch. I won't let her hunger slide.
I don't know what island he's from. I want to hear some of the from the island.
Oh man, you gotta hear his dad. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hold on. Little go ahead and talk to the people.
Let's talk about, but I'm not moving on because I'm over it at this point. Like, hey, I hope it situates. But this is what I heard. I heard Tekashi 6ix9ine out here snitching.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. He had on his snitch suit with this little snitch tie too.
Yeah.
I seen the pictures.
They calling him Tekashi Snitch 9 now, which is
love
crazy. But this is my thing. I'm mad at all my little brothers, friends, him, all y'all niggas was running around saying, yeah, don't let the rainbow hair fool you. This nigga is a straight up G.
He's a straight up snitch.
Man, ain't nobody repping that nigga right now.
You know what? And how dare you rep the rainbow when leprechauns never give up their pot of gold? You know what I'm saying? Leprechauns ain't out here snitching.
My nigga, they said that he still could, after snitching, could face he could still face up to 42 years in prison. So, or 47 years
after
in prison. Yeah.
If I'm telling, I need out tomorrow.
Yeah, the prosecutor. Because you told on a lot of niggas. If this is the case, we don't know yet.
Getting 42 years.
But we know that you're cooperating with all of the authorities and you have told them all about everything.
How they come up with 42? Like, that's not. Anyways.
Which is crazy because, 47.
47?
Which is weird because he's 22 years old. So the joke has been.
Why not 45 or 50? Why 47?
And it's actually mandated law because
49.
they say if 47 and he's 22 years old, so they're saying Tekashi's 69. Like that's been there. Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
petty. That's hilarious.
That's crazy. Okay, so on to Gucci. Now we've officially canceled Gucci.
I don't fuck with you.
If you don't know why we canceled Gucci, there is a blackface kind of scarf mask.
My whole point is we want to get rid of fat.
Yo.
Fat is useless and carries toxin.
Oh my gosh, he sounds like he's from.
That is 21 Savage's dad.
That's the U-cut.
And you can even see 21 Savage in this, like, you can see him in his dad, like, crazy. So all I'm saying is he's a doctor named Amsu Anpu. Dr. Amsu Anpu.
I would listen to a UK rapper. Matter of fact, I do. What the fuck am I talking about?
Okay, but look, all right, so my thing is Gucci has officially been canceled. Have you seen a Gucci mask?
No.
Oh, okay, so
What,
Gucci,
what?
racist.
What are we talking about here?
This all, and this is the thing, we're all canceling Gucci, but this is it. Oh, yeah, so this is the, if y'all get a chance, make sure y'all go ahead and check out the Gucci racist ass shit that they put on here. And I'm standing with everyone else, but I'm gonna take it a step further. There's a call I think T.I. did for, did you see it? Are you looking it up now? Oh, there's a call for a 3-month ban. T.I. said, we need to go ahead and cancel them for 3 months. And I'm like, nah, it's over for Gucci, period. Like, y'all go out y'all's way to hire someone like Dapper Dan to placate to us.
Oh, you talking about, first of all, listen, let's start this. I was, in my mind.
You thought I was talking about the rapper?
Yes. I was like, why the fuck because
really, nigga?
Gucci, man?
So you know about this.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, the Gucci, you know what? They're so, listen, I've never been a fan of Gucci. I don't like the way their clothes are cut. I never felt like they were made for our body types.
Here's another question.
So there's that. This level of ridiculousness, you know what? It's like every designer is trying to be ignorant and then seeing if they can get away with it.
Yeah, it's like a compliment.
It's,
you know what it's like? I think that it would not shock me if you had who was the banana, the monkey, the coolest monkey in the jungle? Was that Dolce?
Yeah, that was
That wasn't Dolce and Gabbana.
I don't know. And then his parents went on TV. Don't start me on them. I don't even want to say the name. Of
No, but here's my thing. I think all of these designers, they're in a room talking. You know, not like just randomly in a room. But I'm saying
H&M that
H&M. So I think good. That was a good recall. So H&M, Gucci, I can see them in passing, you know, or a text conversation. Hey, you know how they're all of the Negroes are wearing our shit, and we don't even have to advertise to them. Here, I'm going to have this idea just to see if we can get away with it, and then it's like a challenge that everyone has to do it just to see. It's kind of like the.
We didn't mean to be offensive. What did
Super
you mean
Troopers,
to be then? But lead us in on the conversation that led to the making of this sweater.
And what's so crazy about this sweater is they got the whitest of white girls that they could possibly find with the fucking Breaking Bad dad glasses and the straight hair, no product in her hair, just to make sure that you seen this was the whitest of white bitches that we could find. And we're gonna absolutely placate and put her in some black because she wants to look like this. And it's just like, yo, even if you didn't see.
Hey, and let me say this. Gucci, y'all sweater look ashy, and I don't like that shit.
Yeah. And it looks terrible.
Look ashy, okay?
It looks very weak. And nobody's walking around this shit.
Make it make sense.
Come on, my G.
What are you doing? What's the purpose of this?
So yeah, we out on Gucci. Soulja Boy, shout out to Soulja Boy, Big Soulja.
Wait a minute. Let me back up to the UK rapper, Lady Leisure. She's super dope. If you guys aren't hip to her, it's Lady Leisure, Leshurr.
Okay.
She is amazing dope. She actually did a remix on Missy Elliott, on a Missy Elliott song.
Facts.
Raw.
Okay, Lady Leisure.
Check her out.
So shout out to Big Soulja. As I was saying, he did a video saying he denounced Gucci because everyone knows he had his moment this year, and when he was doing those interviews, he was wearing a Gucci bandana and stuff. So he's denounced them, saying he not fucking with them, he not rocking with them. Love it. And
that's Soulja Man.
Yeah. So shout out to Soulja. Now here's some confusing shit I want to talk about. So Lil Pump, the white boy.
I was Justin with Gucci, the designer.
Yeah, besides that, what the fuck?
The segue went from music to, I was like, come on, man.
So Lil Pump he has the song Gucci Gang, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna continue to do this song, but I don't fuck with Gucci. So who's the Gucci? What? Gucci? Now here's the thing. He's been thirsty, chasing after Gucci for so long, like wearing all of their shit, you know, all his fans, that's something that they try to get out, you know, throw your Gucci pieces in the air, whatever. They've never showed him, he's the white boy.
So, okay.
But here's the thing, here's where it gets interesting. As I'm listening to Everyday Struggle, and I hear Wayno say, yo, hold on, time out. Doesn't this nigga have the Gucci symbol tattooed on his face? And DJ Academics is like, yes, he does. And he's like, it's fucking ridiculous. I'm going to go a step further than this today. Cap, no cap. What in the fuck is wrong with you? Now, here's my thing. I get mad when I see a nigga do this. I get furious when a nigga gets a Nike tattoo, a Tommy Hilfiger any of that shit.
Do you know, wait a minute. Can I just interject?
Go ahead, because I'm about to go off, so I'm going to let you get this out.
Yes, this week has led me to a question. When you asked me how my week was and all I could do was laugh. It's been a week, okay? And it's only the middle of the week. So the week has led me to this question. Why are you? Why are you?
I don't know.
You know, and then when you talk about you really have a Gucci
name brand. So hold on. So I want to break this shit down. Let me be clear. How in the fuck is you as an artist have a Gucci Gang song that's breaking records, niggas is singing, and you have an audience that's following you as you're wearing their shit. They don't shout you out. They don't ever give you any free product. And you have the nerve to also have a fucking tattoo of their symbol on your body. You don't know who the fuck these niggas are. You don't know what they stand for. You've never met any of them. You just like their print because it gives you clout. I also value things that look nice. I put value on those things. Not the greatest value in the world, but not just because it's a designer. It's going to have to actually look nice. And just because I like something that's a designer does not ever mean that I will put any bullshit on my fucking body representing them. They don't give a fuck about you. You know how fucking stupid you look? And I've been having to watch you rappers do the stupidest shit.
To all the boosters of the world.
I get mad when I see black athletes put fucking brand labels on them. Do you know how fucking retarded you look as athletes and celebrities and artists when we were literally branded by families and given their last names that we still carry around with pride today like fucking morons, and y'all go get fucking brands of corporations that never do anything for us but always sell to us, and y'all get these names and logos put on y'all's fucking bodies? Y'all already know that our bodies are supposed to be treated as temples. So just us getting tattoos in the beginning, if you're a religious person at all or a Christian person at all, that's something that may be in your crawl already. But even if you put something on your body that represents something, represents life, represents God, represents a loved one, represents your kids, represents something that means something to put a brand on your name, especially as a black person, is fucking wild. And I got angry just thinking about this white boy, because it's like, fuck the fact that you white. The fact that you are a hip hop artist and is doing this.
Trying to rep the culture, so rep it.
And now what you saying to designers is, oh, we don't have to even represent them back. We don't have to show no fucking love to them, and they still gonna be on our dick. So get the fuck out of here to Gucci and Lil Pump. I'm out with all
I don't
of
listen to
y'all.
his music at all. And let me say this, because I don't want to put him anywhere near the brackets of 21 Savage. Okay, let's start there. I have zero intent about listening to any of his music.
Facts. Oh, and a short talk about Mayweather, who went on and said, "Oh yeah, I'm always gonna wear Gucci. I'll do what the fuck you want." Mayweather, here's the thing, my G.
Is this the guy that carries around gold silverware, gold flatware?
Yeah. Here's the thing: for you to be a black billionaire, now I would only pray. No, I said billionaire. I would only pray to be able to accrue the type of wealth you have, and I take my hat off to you, my man. You've been an absolute genius in the boxing ring. No, I didn't see him.
Terrible.
But here's my thing. The reason why I be disgusted, because I am one of those people that say, hey, if you're an artist and you do your art, I don't try not to judge the person that you are, and when it comes to enjoying your art. Now, if it's something heinous and you hurting other people, that's one thing. But if it's your beliefs or whatever, I don't let that stop me in the way of what you do. But here's my thing. For one, when the Black Lives Matters thing come on, you not with that. Then when this comes up, you like, oh yeah, I don't give a fuck about Gucci. I do what I want. I'm about to go to Gucci right now. And for you, you could have just been silenced about it. You're a billionaire.
No,
and
it's likes to be ignorant out loud.
But my thing is, you're disgusting, because it's like, all right, and when we take a look at your character with the domestic violence charges, all of the ones you didn't have from the women you didn't beat, you know what I'm saying? And then I look into just your
from his demeanor that he got
but
like esteem issues or whatever.
Yeah, and I don't know, I don't know what happened to you in your younger life. Maybe you was molested or something, but you are you are trash, bro. Like you are a whole piece of trash, and it's to the point where it's actually like I feel a way watching you in public, because if you could be a walking black billionaire without owing anyone, just in your own name, do you know the kind of change that you could have, not just in our culture, but in society as a whole? And it's like to see you walk around with this blatant ignorance, and it's just, providing all that water for our people across the land, and electricity. Big shout out to Akon. Big shout out to Akon. You know that. But my thing is, you are a disgusting piece of trash, and I'm out with you.
I don't fuck with you.
Okay, so we're going to talk Grammys real quick. I don't really give a fuck about the Grammys.
Nope.
I have a problem with us putting validation into people awards that are decided with this, but it's that double-edged thing because it's like if I was nominated a Grammy, I would be awfully excited for what that would mean for my family, for our outlook of the bags we could get. But at the same time, the niggas don't know shit. The fact that Nas has never won a Grammy and Nas is the best motherfucking lyricist breathing today, right now, is crazy. When I think about all of the music that he's made, all of the song, even the album that was titled Nigga.
All I have to say about that is this.
Crazy.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap should have been Album of the Year. But Cardi B wins Album of the Year. Two things happen. Bunch of people jump on and say,
her for winning though, because I
yes,
love Cardi B.
First woman in hip hop to ever win that
Super
award.
dope.
So shouts out. But acknowledging that, she didn't have the best rap album of the year. Nowhere near close. For two,
She was topping the charts though. She said that.
but
she
for
was
two,
topping the charts.
here's another thing.
But dang it,
If you don't have the best album, and it's also known that you may not be writing all your material as hip hop rap, that's something that means a lot to us. Because if Iggy Azalea was killing like this, and we found out also she did not write her own shit, niggas will have a problem with that.
Yeah.
So I think it's something we got to be careful with there. But I am shout out to you. I always like to see our queens be able to uplift and be able to do shit, and she breathes positivity. So I'm with that. But here's my thing. BET took a shot at Nicki and said while Cardi B was winning, Nicki Minaj is somewhere in a corner getting dragged by her lace front.
Oh, now you fucked up. Now you fucked up.
I don't know why BET would tweet that shit. That is very petty. It's very
Who even authorized that?
I don't know. Somebody who was on that Twitter channel in control
Who
of it
even
felt
said
like
that? Was they having a bad day?
Look.
Boo boo.
Nicki handled it the right way. She said she's going to be on Queen Radio and talk about it. She pulled out of the celebration concert that she was going to be doing for BET this summer, and Lil Wayne, who was also on that card, pulled out as well.
Young Money.
So she said all of Young Money will. Yeah, that's very what we were saying. Like I hope Drake went on that card. So shot yourselves in the foot on that one. Offset versus Chris Brown, which is great because I've been waiting to get into this. And it's hilarious because it actually has something to do with Cardi B at the end, so it kind of does a full 360 back to here. So let me let y'all know where this kind of all stems from. Now, I do want to.
Let me preface this by we are all hearing this all together at the same one time because I was not permitted to look at this pre-podcast.
Yes, you have plenty of time to do so in your free time. But here's what's going on. So before we even start this story, I'm not going to make this super long, but before we even start this, it's important to note that Quavo had been seen, and rumor has it that he was dating Karachi. So that is Chris Brown's ex. So that just lets me know that things are not the coolest, because if Quavo, didn't get permission or did, it's still crazy if you Quavo for you to have to be with somebody Chris Brown was with for that many years. I don't know. That's just me, but maybe he, asked Chris Brown to have a problem with it, whatever, but it's always been tension. When Joe Budden got into it with the Migos and Complex at the BET Awards, that story actually topped the one that right after when they left, they seen Chris Brown and they got into it with their crew then, but it was broken up by the police. So that already lets you know, but because the Joe Budden shit was on camera, that story is the one that got the wings. But anyway, this is what happens. So 21 Savage gets arrested, of course, and Chris Brown, he puts up a tweet. Y'all all know I fuck with Chris Brown super heavy, but he puts up a tweet that was kind of like, insensitive. One of the memes where 21 Savage's freestyle for his freshman class, he's rapping in a UK, he's just like UK rap, and then he puts on there, he says, Chris Brown says, come on, fam, stop playing with the minds, them. So it was kind of just like funny. So Offset comes on in the comments and said, memes ain't funny, lame. Shots fired! Oh, so of course, Chris Brown replies in all caps with the,
No.
fuck you, little boy. Better worry about what you got going on and focus on you. All this cap on IG is what's lame. your energy wasn't, he said won't, but wasn't like that when I came to the fucking Drake show in LA. If you don't get your a hippie to the hippity hip hop, and you don't stop a rockin' face ass out of my comments, sensitive ass nigga, you can call me personally if you want some clout. All you gotta do is pull up. No cameras, no flexing at all. If you was a real man, fight me.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
On another thing, suck my dick.
Catch me outside. How about that?
So we're officially lit right now. So after that, we have a response. Offset then says, now this part was not in the story that I'm reading, but it was Offset also replied, Coke head don't want no smoke.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Coke head don't want no smoke. So Coke head don't want no smoke. So I think that was like a kind of a play on words too, because you know if you cokehead, you don't want no smoke. Yeah, you don't want to. Okay,
you don't smoke crack.
Right.
I get it.
Okay, so Offset then responds in his stories on IG says, "I ain't really have too much for this rap for you on this social media shit, but since that's where you want to take it, tell the people why you had your management reach out to squash shit. Check the records and check yours. Hey. Only people you go toe-to-toe with is a woman. And that's for lame niggas. Oh yeah, by the way, I'ma smack the shit out of you when I see you."
Me go.
He said, "I'ma smack the shit out of you when I see you on sight."
So how does Chris respond? He sends the Shade Room some official screenshots and DMs of Offset. Oh, Chris Brown is he's just the king of petty.
Receipts.
Oh man,
He's got
receipts is crazy.
receipts.
So this is Offset to Chris Brown. Where you at?
I'm in LA.
No. You get this now. That's Chris Brown. You got. I'm in LA.
But Chris Brown don't talk like that.
No, this is angry. He's raised though. I'm home at 4, like I said, nigga.
Catch me outside. How about that?
I'm with all of that. You can run me my fade today. No cap.
No cap.
And then Offset replies, Addy, which is crazy because that's also what I call an address when I'm asking someone for it. Let me get that. Addy.
Anyways.
Thought it was original to me. Fuck, nigga. Chris Brown replies, you know where I stay? Google Maps. My address ain't no secret spot. I'll be at 4. He was in such a rage, y'all. He left off the
I'll be the at 4.
he left off the RE, which Offset then responds, police. Chris Brown then goes on to tweet, this nigga scary. Now, this is what I gotta say about all of this. Offset, the police thing was kind of corny.
Really, nigga?
Because a nigga say, bro, everyone knows Chris Brown has posted his address. He went online after this and posted his address. He posted it in the Shade Room on the internet. People know where Chris Brown's address is. They know where his house is at. It's been on the news before. You know what I'm saying? So it's not no secret you know where he's at. He said, I'll be home at 4. I'll be home at 4, nigga. I'm all the smoke. But my thing is, if a nigga texts you what time he's gonna be at home, don't go to that nigga's house. There is nothing good waiting for you.
It's really a bad idea going to somebody's house anyways.
Period, because they can kill you legally. But here's the thing. You roll up to Chris Brown's house, you got a couple of, you got Quavius with you. You got Young Takeoff, maybe a couple of the goons. Y'all know y'all gonna pull up in some all black Yukons. Y'all think y'all about to be big shit. Let's say y'all get past the gated security. Chris Brown the type of nigga that's standing outside on the roof with an RPG. No shirt on, some sweats and some fucking goggles. Oh, absolute trash. Chris Brown takes it a step further after this. And he actually devotes a hefty portion of his day mocking Offset on Instagram. He also brought up the dance moves that Offset had when they found him at 16 when he was pop locking or 15 in that house. That looked crazy, Offset. I'm not gonna lie to you. Them pop moves you had was crazy. And then he said, Offset, where you at? Chris Brown actually posted his address. 19602 Citrus Ridge Drive, Tarzana. So Offset posts something, talking about the police, of course. So this is what Chris Brown ended with, and this is where it got real. Don't consider myself gangsta. What? But I promise, the worst thing in the world is when a singing nigga got niggas scared to fade. Again, he's raging, y'all, so excuse the grammar. And with this lame ass nigga all in my comments worried about another nigga, I'll leave this where it's at. So you just dance your way out of my comments. You just dance your way out of my comments. I'm gonna send your girl flowers so she know I respect her. And I'm disappointed in this nigga. I'm his father. I should have been there more often in his life. So he want to come out a lame ass nigga, dancing emoji, smoke flame emoji. Listen, I'm just saying if we're judging this, I got Chris Brown 3-0 in this nigga. I ain't gonna hold y'all niggas. I got him 3. I'm killing you, nigga. I'm killing you. But yeah, shout out to Chris Brown and Offset. Very hilarious. And I like to see how this is going to unfold.
Very messy. Maybe in a duet.
So, government shutdown again. This is crazy. I just wanted to briefly... Now, it's been reported that there's a deal in place where instead of him getting the wall built, it'll be a $1.4 billion wasted dollars on improving the gate or the gates and parameters and adding... more shrapnel to the top of the gates to keep out all of the bad Mexies, as Agent Orange would say. Here's my thing. Fuck you. Fuck you wasting that time on that border.
Fuck you wasting that money.
Fuck you wasting all of our money on that bullshit. How in the fuck are you worried about Mexico? Here was my thing as I was talking to my uncle, and I'll go into this very briefly because we're going to have a real dialogue about this. How in the fuck can you put up a border when y'all have helped make all of the El Chapos, all of those crooked drug cartels down there, ordering shit, sending them shit, supplying, buying, getting all of this dope and coke up here, and then you want to build up a wall. All of those, listen, and he talking about all of...
Especially when they have tunnels, dummy.
And here's the thing, all of the jobs that they're taking, listen... Nobody is wanting to stand out in front of a Home Depot for those jobs.
They're trying to keep us in.
And
all of that Mexican
here's my thing. If you really want to do something, why not dumb? All of that fucking land that's in Montana, that's uninhabitable, people aren't living where there's no businesses. Why don't you start with a deal first and say, hey, the first thing we about to do, I got a 3-step process. We about to go through here and get rid of all the motherfuckers that we think this FBI, CIA, Homeland Security, the U.S. Marshals, anybody that's got deals with any of the motherfuckers down there that's getting coke, all of that shit shuts out this year. We will arrest everyone. That'd be your first step. Second step, we're going to build a plan and a solution as we bring in people in here to help them out. We're going to say, hey, we're going to create contracts, government contracts for y'all people to come up here, help build infrastructure and land that's undeveloped here in these states no one wants to live in, build up companies and corporations. But we'll also have a say with the money, what y'all are doing with the money over there as we're funneling it back, and also taking in your immigrant workers who need a new change of life. So you helping develop Mexico, who we've been stealing from. You can't steal a whole fucking country away from them. Oh, we got California, we got New Mexico. Oh, but we're done now. Fuck y'all, let's build up a wall and get the fuck away from y'all. It don't work that way. So you start but this is the wrong president to even be trying to do any of this shit. So we're not going to build up this wall. He cared more about a wall than thousands of workers going to work every day whose job is to check security to make sure that people aren't smuggling things onto planes to go without paychecks. Motherfuckers at McDonald's wouldn't give a fuck about your cheeseburger if they had to go a week without a paycheck. Why the fuck would niggas be checking bombs and shoes and shit if he ain't been paid in 3 weeks? He behind on his bills and trying to duck the repo man. What? And you sit on your orange stupid ass there. Okay, but yes, Friday, if the deal that's been signed has not been met, the government shutdown will go back into effect again. But I just think that other than worrying about a motherfucking wall, we should be worried about the homeless people who are sleeping on the lawns of the White House and around the White House, and all of the children who are going to schools that don't have books and they're falling apart and we don't value, or the prison systems that we're locking up tons of our people and making corporate prisons. What the fuck is this? Anyway, so cap or no cap, as we've been talking, Young Dolph lies about being a independent artist. He came on his Twitter. Is that not
been
fucking
signed the whole time
since 2015? Look, so an artist like me, I'm sitting here, I'm trying to put together everything I can, me and my team, and I'm like, yo, niggas respect Young Dolph. He got it out the mud.
You played yourself.
And he comes out and says the label is delaying my motherfucking album, which is crazy. And he said, oh yeah, and I apologize to all the rappers who I was talking shit about, like I wasn't also signed to 4 deals just like everyone else.
Listen, let me tell you something. You're a liar.
And shaking head emoji. Oh man, it's crazy.
We're disappointed. I didn't like your music anyways.
It's just like we got rappers that claim to be gangsters that was snitches. We got rappers that claim to be independent. It wasn't. It was signed.
Don't trust them new niggas.
I just don't know. Yo, I'm coming. That's all I can say, y'all. As fast as I can, we on the way. I don't know who all we can clean up. We got Bow Wow getting beat up by his girlfriend because she was trying to talk to Shaq at a party, and he was originally from here. Did claim us? No, Shaq's not married. He's out here wilding. But
get it in, Shaq.
But it's a lot of craziness. They both got arrested. You got scratches on the face. The elevator video footage come out. You all up in her face.
Like he got fucked up too.
And he was in her face like,
damn.
Like Smack was about to say, Bow, it's on you. Round 1 on my nigga Bow.
Not again in the elevator.
He looked like he had a full 30 round in the clip. Listen, for one, you ain't gonna be talking to Shaq. That's whack. What's crazy?
Why the fuck you in these niggas' faces? Why every time I look why you in these niggas' faces?
You all up in this nigga's places. Is he trying to be trade place? No, listen. This is what I was gonna say about Shaq and Bow Wow. Which, as I'm hearing this story, it was hilarious to me. So Bow Wow's real name, and I got bars for you. I'll be addressing you very soon, sir. You and Trippie Redd. Y'all have bars coming. King of Ohio is speaking. So, but this is what I was gonna say. If you take Shad, SHAD, and you take off the D and replace it with a Q, man, how has life changed? like I was thinking about his girlfriend.
Take it off. You just gotta add a little Q.
No, I mean like
you just really gotta be like
a Q versus a D goes from Shaq to Shad, and you think about the trajectory and careers.
And he's so small compared, like it is.
Yeah, it's like it's like one letter makes everything opposite.
And you flip it upside down.
Yeah. Wow.
And okay.
Okay. Yeah. So
letters.
Yeah, whatever.
Math and letters. Come on, guys.
This is also what I wanted to talk about, which I'll talk about in the end. So we'll skip that right now. But we'll talk about finances and accountability in the message. But what I want to talk about right now is throwbacks to go back to.
Throw that shit back. Throw that shit back. Throw that shit back.
So, mine is going to be Crash. If you haven't seen Crash, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. It has Sandra Bullock, Ludacris, Matt Dillon. Just what's Lorenz Tate?
Yep.
Yeah.
What's her name?
It's just an amazing cast. The movie takes place around 2001, 2005. I don't remember the year it came out.
Lucius is in it.
Yeah, fucking Lucius is in it. That's crazy.
Thandie Newton. Thandie's in it.
She did an amazing job. When y'all watch this movie, it's so emotional.
Yeah, amazing.
It
So
talks.
amazing. Well, Loretta Devine.
Oh man, and it gives you perspectives of different races, different prejudice that we have, bigotry. It hits on so many levels and emotion.
And
There's
the
love in there. Yeah, how the story ends, things that are really fucked up that happen to characters at the end. Go back and watch Crash if you haven't seen it in a while. And if you have not seen it at all, that is definitely a throwback to go back to. So I'm letting know yours first.
So, my choice is Van Helsing.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed this movie immensely.
Okay.
It had great effects, funny moments, and great murder. Great killing vampires and all kinds of good stuff. So
Great murder.
Great murder.
You sound like a fucking psychopath.
Murder. But it's imaginary murder, so
Okay.
it makes it okay.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You still sound like a psychopath.
It's safe murder.
All right.
Okay, it's a happy killing,
Okay.
if you will. Anywho, so as a vampire, yes, Van Helsing, and it's a great. And the monk, well, he's actually a fry. He's hilarious. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch Van Helsing. I'm talking about the movie, not the current television series.
Okay.
Check it out.
All right. Flicks and shows on these hoes. I did want to talk about a couple of great flicks. A while back, I said, it's crazy because I be talking about how my life is like a TV series.
Really, nigga?
But I said that
Really
they need to have Bad Boys 3. And I said not only should they have Bad Boys 3, I think it would be dope if you had Jamie Foxx play one of the bad characters. And I even thought of a scene like with him shooting at them with like double gold-plated 40s or something.
Like the ones they had in Ninja Assassin.
Oh yeah, that'd be fire.
And if you haven't seen Ninja Assassin,
Check out Ninja Assassin.
it out.
That's some good shit. But I thought that it would be really dope to see this, and here we are. I watched the Will Smith video behind the scenes. He actually showed how they get shot. They spend a day together, different outfits, and they shoot them both for the actual photos that are going to be hung up in their houses and stuff in the movie. So you got to see the behind the scenes of them playing basketball together or at a picnic or them doing something goofy, and they're just framed up of all of these different pictures. And they ended up doing different, the production company put them on DVD covers like Step Brothers and stuff with their faces superimposed on it. So it was really dope. But it goes to show me that for a minute, and I was crazy, I was having this debate. Y'all can have this debate too at home, and we'll have it in the comments as well. I was talking to one of my little bros, and he was saying, I was like, yo, I remember when the second Bad Boys 2 was coming out, and I was so mad because when it came out originally in 94, I was a baby. I didn't really know, a kid. So not a baby, but a kid. I didn't really know anything about it. I seen it a little bit later, but I was like, we were waiting for Bad Boys 2 to finally come out, and it came out, and we was talking shit like, oh, yes, they waited too late. That motherfucker came out and did its numbers, super numbers. And I'm thinking as I'm watching Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, two of the greatest actors of all time, I'm saying to myself, oh, yeah, they're going to do it again. And it's going to be like No Time Was Left again, and we're going to be all over that shit.
Right. That's going to be right there.
So I'm like,
I was like, whatever. And as soon as I seen it, I was like, ooh, look.
Yeah.
Would you somebody come and look at this?
So definitely excited. Bad Boys 3. We're gonna definitely go rock out as the squad as much as we can get together as possible.
Kevin Hart's gonna be in there somewhere, I'm sure.
That would be great. Please no Kevin. It's OD Kevin Hart. No Kevin Hart in this one, please. I just ask
He's
if
gonna
y'all.
be in there somewhere.
Good gosh. Aladdin. CGI. We were talking about it on the last episode.
Robin Williams.
Rest in peace, Robin Williams. Which is crazy though, now that I'm saying that. Not about Robin Williams. But it's crazy. I'm actually thinking about calling this episode like episode 10 linked, because everything, or 10 degrees of separation or whatever, because everything seems to be kind of linked together. Soulja Boy, and I didn't say this before, but Soulja Boy also is reportedly dating Black China now, which is fucking weird. But Soulja Boy is doing his numbers.
Who was linked to Chris Brown.
Who was linked to the Gucci thing with him canceling Gucci, which was linked to Mayweather not canceling Gucci, which also happened to be fucking linked to Lil Pump and the Gucci tattoo. Cardi B with the Grammys is linked to Nicki Minaj. Cardi B's linked to Chris Brown trying to shoot his shot because he's mad at Offset. And then to talk about this now, I know y'all like, well, what? Will Smith is the new genie, and he's playing Bad Boys 3. He's also the new genie in the new Aladdin movie, the CGI. And you can see his face and everything in the trailer. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But it's just weird, like everything's linked up. But that's no cap. There's a new Aladdin coming out of, speaking of remakes, and I'm excited about it. It's in CGI.
I am excited about it.
Yeah, so
I am wishing that Robin Williams was here to play that.
Yeah, rest in peace to Robin Williams.
Seriously.
And prayers to his family.
No shade to Will Smith though.
No, I'm sure he's going to be
the one
good.
that got the part.
Yeah,
like,
but we just know where it came from.
But,
you know, he made his mark.
Person, there's Blue, but all right, I'm not gonna hold it against you guys.
Well, we got to still see the rest of the characters.
Check it out.
Okay. Speaking of black characters, Coming to America 2 is also coming out. Now, I just want to talk about this for briefly because I want to do a whole nother diatribe. I want to do another segment where we'll talk about like would that be a good idea or a bad idea for a sequel? But since this is actually coming out, it's supposed to be that he had a son over here, and his son now is going back to Zamunda to find him. Now, let me also put this precursor out. I was not even in existence, I don't believe, when this movie originally came out. And I did not watch it until I was probably about 12 or 13 at my dad's house.
It was an appropriate time to view it.
Yeah, but I did not completely understand the genius of the movie, and the timing was a little bit off with some of the references, like the Soul Glow shit, you know, because in the early 2000s and shit, we had no idea about Jerry Curl, other than making fun of my dad for having a Jerry Curl box, fade in the back, Gumby, all combined. But anyway, I don't know. It could work. I think that if it does work,
I'm excited to see.
It would bring a whole new generation. How it will be talked about on social media, the memes we have now.
Because they would have to go back and see the original Coming to America.
Right.
So,
and
I mean, it was genius. It was hilarious.
Again, I want to see the memes. I want to see if the movie can translate into the memes.
Sexual chocolate.
Okay, it's time for one of my favorite segments, Resurrect One. The Resurrection. Resurrect One. If you're new to the show, Resurrect One is where we get to pick one person and resurrect their career, bring them back right now. They'd have hits, they'd be lit, and the other two's careers will remain where they're at a cold, frozen state. So, Purs, here are your choices. I'm sure you've already seen them because you've been looking at the outline that you do not give a fuck about.
I fuck the outline.
But, yes, and the choices are out there. You guys play along as well. Neo, who is Ice Cold. The lovely and very beautiful, one of the most attractive women of all time, Ashanti. And the very talented and very cool Craig David from the UK. If y'all don't know who Craig David is, Google Craig David. Monday, starting on Tuesday. We were making love on Wednesday, and on Thursday and Friday, on Saturday, chill on Sunday.
What the fuck was that?
Please do not get his vocals misconstrued.
We know who the talent is vocally over here.
Shit.
But no. Those are the choices, so you at home decide. I got a drum roll for Purrs. She's going to kick it off and let us know what her choice is.
Craig David.
Oh, I'm not mad at that. Shout out to Craig David. We were just actually watching his videos, so he had that and another song. What was the other song he had other than Monday?
People in Love Do.
I don't know. But it's
over to the house.
Yeah. And then darling, hey girl, won't you come around?
My face is covered, guys. You can't see me.
Yo, shout out to me, man. Look at me, I'm rapping and I be saying.
What two people in love do? Paris.
Yeah. Okay, listen. My choice. Late last night when I seen two shadows moving in a bedroom. Okay. Okay, my choice.
Can you feel me?
My choice is going to be.
That's my shit.
Shout out to Craig David. That was a really good
Craig
one.
David.
I'm going to say my choice is going to be Ashanti. I think that what she brought to the game is dope. I think that Also, it would be nice to see another female
Her
R&B
role.
singer from the past. Yeah, oh yeah, she
Ja.
could. She might be able to lift up his
Her
career.
and Ja.
You never know. But yeah, that is Resurrect 1.
You don't want to sing any Ashanti? No Ashanti?
Nah, we're gonna pass on that.
All right.
Can't give him too much.
Move it on.
The message, accountability. So I'm not gonna make this too overly drawn out.
Message.
Yes, thank you, Purrs. I have a message just on 3 phases we'll talk about briefly. And the first one is blacks as a minority. And I speak about this because I think about our influence. And I think that when I call us kings and queens, and a lot of times we do not understand our power, it's not just so much our creative talent and intelligence. It's not so much our physical prowess and how our bodies are made and how our women are very curvy and very beautiful. It's not about our beautiful hair that can be styled in so many different ways. It's not about our skin
They
that
design
comes.
helmets made after it.
Yes.
Moving on.
It's not about our beautiful skin tone. It's about our purchasing power and our influence. And a lot of times we lose sight on that and we think that we are less than we actually are because the media and the majority would never let us know.
We have always set the standard.
We always set it. We've been determining what is hot for a while now. And I said
And the
discriminate.
bar's been mighty fucking low lately, guys.
And yes, that's a good fact. But when I think about things like the Super Bowl, now I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
Me neither.
And I put up posts encouraging others not to. And I also find it ironic that this is the first year that I completely did not watch the Super Bowl. And it also ended up being, from what I heard, the weakest Super Bowl of all time. They said it was like 3-13 and there was no scoring into the fourth quarter. But my thing is, there's power in what we like in our words. White people are only scared, the powers that be, and I can say white people because the people who are the richest that are in power are usually white. The powers that be are only concerned with their bottom line. They only care about how they look because how they look can reflect their bottom line. So when we're creating their bottom lines and their spending habits for the rest of the country that wants to emulate us, we're not thinking about, watching a Super Bowl does that. Not wearing Gucci does that. Not wearing the other shit we was talking about does that. Not supporting Dub when they say and do stupid shit. These are things that we have power that we take away from ourselves and we mute ourselves. And we say, oh, well, we'll cancel them for 3 weeks. No, we canceling them, period. We need to have our own brands. That goes for the Hispanics. Y'all need to have y'all's own brands. Y'all don't need to be buying brands to try to look like what is supposed to be the standard. If you do wear that, that's cool, but wear your other stuff too. The Asians too, they sleep on y'all. You know what I mean? They never make y'all sex symbols in none of the shows and media stuff. Have y'all's own. And we need to do that as well. So that's our accountability. As far as the government, it's fucked up. I always say, if Obama gets a lot of flack, I give him less flack because I say the system is fucked up. You can only do so much. For you to get there, you got to do almost underhanded shit.
Put it in place so that they could get into Africa, and that's exactly what the fuck it is that they did. Congratulations.
But the system's fucked up.
Super.
This is something so simple. So we talk about government spending. Hey, we should be able to log on to the Ohio. We live in Ohio, ohio.gov. It should show you, it'll be $70 million given to the state from the federal. Here's the bins of what we spent last year on education, on roads, on school, on incarceration, on new laws, on medical and transportation. And we should be able to see, okay, well, that's what they spent there last year on that. That's some fuck shit. We should be able to vote and just say, hey, or if something comes up this unpopular like this wall shit, we could go put it to the people. All right, we looking, no, that's bullshit. We ain't even got to worry about no government shutdown. We can vote right now on that. We'll call for a public vote. We don't give a fuck about that wall right now. Other shit needs to be done. But it's up to us to say, make it graphs and bars that we can see, an app we can download. We can see where our spending is going. We're spending way too much money on roads for us to still have potholes. Why are we not spending money on this school? Why did we only spend this amount of money on this last year? We should be able to see what is spent each quarter and what is planned to be spent. Just make it easy and accessible for everyone. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. I'm so excited about this episode. We're going to definitely be talking about this motherfucking episode 10. This might be something that you're just trying to get a break from reality listening to.
This might be something that you listen to while you're in the tub. One of my favorite activities.
This might be something that you're listening to on the way to work or getting off work. This might be something that goes to the top of the charts.
This might be something that you listen to in between doing stuff.
This might be something that's going absolutely everywhere. This might be going to iTunes. This might be going to Spotify.
This might be going to YouTube.
Or this might be going nowhere.
Nowhere.
The podcast.
Where you go?
You better get on your P's and Q's. Cause if you don't, you're gonna pay your dues.
Feed the people. The ingredients. Oh yeah. Oh, we about to rock. Yes. Joy, ache, hope, hate, rush, wait, luck, fate, real, fake, duck, chase.